Welcome back, Interior Alaska. Mike Fussell here with your latest local sports action. This is a big basketball weekend as teams get into the meat of their season on the hardwood. The West Valley boys were out in full force earlier today, playing at home against the Kodiak Bears. West got off to a speedy start, outshooting Kodiak by 9 points, 14-5 by the end of the first quarter. The Wolfpack would keep pushing ahead, extending their lead to 10 by the half, and momentum would soon grow even. The Bears would outscore West 17-14 in the third frame, but were already too far behind to make it count towards a win. The score heading into Q4 saw West Valley up 43-36. The Pack would keep pushing ahead and takes it 57-45 at the final buzzer. Daniel Hornbuckle gets the game high with a tally of 18 points. The West Valley boys basketball team will be back at home Tuesday night against the Eielson Ravens. And the Wolfpack wasn't the only high school team who laced up and hit the court. The ball kept bouncing last night for day 2 of the Joe T.
High school basketball players kept it competitive for a second straight night at the Joe T tournament. The West Valley girls found themselves paired with South Anchorage. This is all a day after their striking loss to Ketchikan. So the Lady Wolfpack had its eye on redemption. And that's exactly what they would get. West down so high, 71-45. Standout Ruthie Hebert contributed 33 points with open passing lanes. The Lady Malamutes were not as lucky, though. Lathrop found itself playing catch-up to Ketchikan for a majority of last night's contest. By the half, the Mutes were down by 9 points and couldn't find a way out of the hole. LHS does not get the W against K-High, losing 53-44. Sophomore Tyra Doe cemented the most points for the Mutes, grabbing 16.
Well, we had a home tournament. We had 2 weeks of just really hard practice. We were working really hard. We knew this was going to be a big tournament, so we prepared a lot for this. We want to work the ball on the outside, and we have a height advantage over a lot of teams, so we like to work it outside, and then get it inside for the easy shot.
Well, first of all, we came out in the same mentality that we did yesterday. Great defense in the first quarter. We held them to like 7 points in the first quarter. The second quarter, what happened was we were playing great defense, and in the offense, our patience left. We was trying our best to start trying to blow them out at that point, and instead of taking what they give us. We're learning a lot. Played a great team tonight. They are probably number 3 in state right now.
And Interior boys teams were dealt a series of losses during last night's Joe T action. The Lathrop boys also got a chance to wow the crowd at their home tournament, but would have a hard time doing so after a lackluster first quarter performance. As the whistle blew at the end of Q1, the Malamutes were down 23-9. The team couldn't muster the momentum needed to get back on top and loses it to the Ketchikan Kings 66-54. The North Pole Patriots also fell on Friday night. South Anchorage finished on top despite a 23-point game from the Pats' Kenny Peterson. South finishes with their heads high in the 63-48 win.
And the Fairbanks Ice Dogs returned home for the first time since November to host the Springfield Junior Blues. Action didn't heat up until the second period at the Big Dipper last night. Ice Dog Todd Burgess was the first to find the back of the net for either team with a goal 5 minutes into P2. The Blues would respond with 2 lamplighters about halfway through that frame, but Fairbanks' Reggie Lutz was able to even things out for the Dogs on a power play with 5 minutes left in the period. That settled the teetering tally at 2 points each heading into the final intermission. A scoring freeze raised the stakes as the game clock ticked down, but another power play would loosen up the Springfield defense. Reiner Growski takes advantage of that opportunity, netting the game winner with just 2.5 minutes left in regulation. The Ice Dogs win their first game back at home in months, 3-2. And the West Valley Wolfpack invited Eagle River to the Patty Center for some high school hockey action Friday night. The Wolfpack led 4-0 after the first frame. They would continue to showcase their dominance, tacking on 2 more goals in the second. Caleb Moretz was the team's top scorer in the blowout win. He had 2 goals and 4 assists, skating to a 6-point night. Trent Woods added a goal and 3 helpers, while Jonah Henderson contributed 3 assists. The Wolfpack has no trouble rolling to an 8-0 victory over Eagle River. And that about brings us to the buzzer for sports tonight. Katie Looper will have your full weather forecast coming up next. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next weekend.